Hey, social media family, good afternoon to you. It's front page Nate again. I'm out here with Muppet. We're here at the beautiful Bartram's Garden, one of the only places that I can walk now thanks to the injury to my foot. And so I need to walk where there's soil and grass and etc. Absolutely beautiful out here. I say that every time, but it's true every time. Muppet is enjoying. He'll sniff every flower, every plant that he can. But meanwhile, it's a scorcher out here. So if you are heading out, and I do suggest you get out, the morning times, early morning or early evening is best when before the sun gets really tense during the day. If you can get out any of those times, but if not, come out and get hydrated. But there's no excuse for staying inside all day. You need your exercise. I'm just coming from doing an assignment, and then I had a broadcast on Word, a segment on Word, and we talked about empaths. Empaths. A lot of times, people don't understand, especially as vegans, we feel a lot of things on a higher, more intense level than a lot of other people. And sometimes that's what caused us to become vegan in the first place, because we experience the suffering of animals almost as if it's our own suffering. And in fact, that's the difference between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy, you kind of understand, which is good. You kind of understand. Empathy, you kind of feel it. So when you, a lot of times when you see someone injured, you take on some of the symptoms of that injury. For a long time, I couldn't figure myself out. I couldn't figure out why I was so sensitive to emotional states around me, stuff like that. And when you don't know any better, you think it's just you. It's not. There's lots of people who are empaths, and then to a further extreme, hyper empaths, where they are extremely sensitive to to what's going on around them, how others, the emotions of others around them, and the I'm sorry, I'm looking around, so if I'm stuttering and everything, that's because it's so beautiful and I'm seeing all of this stuff I'm walking into. But anyway, yeah, so empathy is a real thing, and it's much deeper than sympathy. Come on, let's go this way. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna turn this camera around and continue talking, because I want you to grab some of this beauty for yourselves. I'm not gonna be long because I want to share this moment with the dog and with nature. But let me see if I can turn this camera around. Right here underneath this tree canopy, let me see if I can show you guys. Listen to that sound. You hear the birds? Now, wanted to show you the tree canopy. You see the trees up there. You could literally feel the reduction of the temperature on this trail, where the tree canopy covers the sky, provides natural shade. You could feel the temperature go down. You can feel the coolness as soon as you walk into this section. So Muppet and you can see the soil. So even with my, plantar fasciitis, the injury on my heel, I could walk and it's still comfortable, because nature knew what she was doing. And when you walk in your natural environment, live in your natural environment, it doesn't tear your heels up, tear your limbs up, well, it can. Nature can be vicious as well, but you're better off in the environment in which we were created to inhabit than those in which we defaced nature and replaced it with that we weren't created for. Anyway, we were talking about empathy and sympathy. And for those who are empaths, who feel the pain, the feelings, or are very sensitive, it's not just pain, pleasure as well. We can feel the pleasures other people. That's why a lot of time empaths have to be around certain circles, because if not, misery will make them miserable. Emotional states, they're very sensitive to emotional states. And so sometimes they'll shut down when others may wonder why they're shutting down, why they're backing off. And it's because they can feel what others cannot feel. They're very, very, very attuned to what's going on around them and the feelings of the people and the animals around them. Much deeper than sympathy. And that's why when people often take advantage of empaths, because our desire, we will be in pain in the presence of pain, of other people's pain, the pain of other animals. It's not like seeing we could just turn our heads. It's not like we just can ignore it. Once we are aware of it, uh, it becomes a part of us. If we inherit some of the symptoms, some of the residual feelings of it. So oftentimes we can't be at peace while those around us are in unrest, or if there's turmoil, we are in turmoil. And so we do what we can to alleviate the pain and the suffering of the world around us, because we are in fact experiencing pain and suffering from the world around us, because you are. So, all right. But I just wanted to explain that. So if you are an empath and you're wondering why you've always on these emotional highs and lows, why are you so sensitive to what's going on around you? It's not because you're sick. In fact, on the contrary, it's because you are well in a sick world. You are well in a sick world, and because you are so attuned to the world in which you are in, so connected to it, so highly sensitive to it, you inherit some of the symptoms of the sickness, but you aren't the person that's sick. So the opposite of the empath, the other extreme of the empath being an empath, is to be a psychopath, where you are very, 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 very much not in tune to the feelings of others, and capable of feeling what others are feeling. So be glad you're not on that end of the spectrum. And I think the world need more empaths. Unfortunately, people, especially nonprofits and churches, because of our desire to end the suffering of the world, of the people around us, in order to alleviate some of our own suffering, they'll take advantage of that, and they'll push us and get us to overextend ourselves. And even when we draw limits, we find ourselves often unable to stand on those boundaries that we establish, because they know, and they being groups who take advantage of our philanthropy, but they know that if they only persist, we'll relent and give in, because we just can't stand to see suffering. There's things we can do about it. There's things that we can do to help control that, and not just control it, but manage our empathy. So I'm going to do more on that. I spoke about it on Word Radio today. I hope you tune in to, what was it? I'll post it on my Facebook page. I'll post the clips from the interview today, so you won't have to find it. I'll post it later on today. But if you are an empath, then don't worry. It's not you. It's not you. It's not like you're just making decisions. You keep finding yourself overcommitted, but you probably can't help it, because you're designed to help. That is just the way you are. And I'm going to do more research on how to manage it, as I said, and I'm going to do some posts on that topic. But don't let people make you feel bad because you overextend yourself. You're not trying to be a hero because you're always rushing out to help people. In fact, you really just literally can't help feeling the way you feel. So kudos to you out there, you other empaths. Again, it's not that you're something wrong with you. It's just that there's so much wrong with our world. Okay, so I will talk to you later. If you can, as always, take it outside. But when you do, stay in the shade and stay hydrated. Peace.